In the small town of Riversend, where the river shimmered golden every sunrise, lived a woman named Mara Lewis, a name that once carried laughter, music, and light. But for the past 10 years, she had lived in silence, her piano untouched, her laughter gone. Because 10 years ago, she lost something she could never replace, and forgiveness felt impossible. Mara had been a music teacher at the local high school. She was gentle, kind, and adored by her students. Her younger brother, Eli, was her best friend, full of dreams, always smiling. They shared everything: childhood memories, secrets, and melodies. But one stormy night changed everything. Eli was driving home from a late-night rehearsal when a drunk driver ran a red light. The crash was fatal. The driver survived. His name was Caleb Turner, a 25-year-old mechanic, known around town for his reckless driving and short temper. Mara's world shattered that night, and in her heart, forgiveness died. After Eli's death, Mara quit her teaching job. She locked her piano, left her church choir, and stopped attending community gatherings. Every morning, she'd walk by the river, the same one she and Eli used to visit, and whisper, "Why him?" People tried to comfort her. But grief has a way of building walls, high, cold, and impenetrable. Meanwhile, Caleb was sentenced to 5 years in prison. And Mara told herself she'd never forgive him. Not in this life. Not ever. 5 years later, Caleb was released. One morning, Mara found an envelope in her mailbox. No name, just a folded piece of paper. It read, "Dear Ms. Lewis, I know I don't deserve your forgiveness. I don't even deserve to be writing this. I took away someone you loved, and I've carried that weight every single day. Not an hour passes that I don't think of Eli and what I did. I've rebuilt my life, but not a day feels right because I never said I'm sorry to you. I understand if you never forgive me. But please know, I am truly, deeply sorry. Caleb Turner." Mara held the letter for a long time. Her hands trembled. Tears came, but so did anger. She tore the letter in half, threw it in the bin, then spent the rest of the night crying. Because the truth was, she wanted to forgive, but her pain wouldn't let her. A week later, Mara's old friend, Pastor Jonah, visited. He'd been Eli's mentor at church, and he missed seeing Mara's light. When she told him about the letter, he said gently, "Mara, forgiveness isn't about letting him go. It's about setting you free." She frowned. "How can I forgive someone who destroyed my life?" The pastor replied, "You're not excusing what he did. You're healing what it did to you." Those words stayed with her for days. A month later, while walking through the marketplace, Mara saw him, Caleb. He was older, quieter, humble-looking. He was helping an old woman lift a heavy crate. For a moment, their eyes met. Caleb froze, and then lowered his gaze. Mara's heart pounded. Her mind screamed, "Walk away." But her feet didn't move. Something inside her softened, not because she forgot what happened, but because she saw a man trying to make amends. That night, she went home and pulled out the torn letter. She taped it back together and read it again, this time not with hate, but with tears of release. The next morning, Mara unlocked her piano for the first time in 10 years. Her fingers trembled as they touched the keys. At first, the notes were shaky, like a voice learning to speak again. But slowly, her pain began to flow through the melody. She played for Eli and maybe, just maybe, for Caleb too. Neighbors heard the music and smiled. It was as if the whole town exhaled. A few days later, Mara walked to Caleb's repair shop. He froze when he saw her at the door. "I read your letter," she said quietly. "I shouldn't have sent it," he whispered. "You owe me nothing." She looked at him for a long time and said, "You're right. I owe you nothing, but I owe myself peace." Caleb's eyes welled up. "I can never fix what I broke." Mara nodded. "No, but I can stop breaking myself because of it." And with trembling lips, she said, "I forgive you." For a long moment, neither spoke. Caleb cried silently, not out of relief, but gratitude. And in that small garage, 2 broken hearts began to heal. Months passed, Mara began teaching music again. Her laughter returned, soft and genuine. Caleb joined a community program, teaching young people about the dangers of drunk driving. One day, at a charity concert, Mara played a new song, "The River Still Flows." In the audience sat Caleb, quietly listening, eyes closed. When the music ended, he whispered, "Thank you for saving my soul." And Mara smiled because she knew forgiveness had finally done its work. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting the pain. It means refusing to let pain define you. It doesn't change the past, but it transforms what the past means to your heart. When Mara forgave Caleb, she didn't set him free. She set herself free. Because forgiveness is not weakness. It's the strongest thing the human heart can ever do. Dear listener, maybe there's someone in your life who hurt you deeply. Maybe you've carried that wound for years. But remember, forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. It's about choosing peace over bitterness, healing over hatred, freedom over pain. Let go. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. Because when you forgive, you heal. And when you heal, you inspire others to do the same. Forgiveness heals more than the one forgiven. It heals the forgiver. Pain is inevitable, but holding on to it is optional. Healing begins the moment you stop replaying the hurt. You can't change the past, but you can choose peace in the present. For more inspirational, motivational, and educative stories, kindly subscribe to this channel.